Okay, so this time our topic is challenges in conducting research. No? Uh, Conducting research in a business environment present several challenges, starting with the lack of time and resources. Because many businesses, especially small and medium enterprises or SMEs, operate under tight budgets and timelines, leaving little room for dedicated research activities. Employers are often focused on daily operations, and research is viewed as a non-essential task. As a result, businesses may skip systematic data collection or rely on outdated information, which can hinder informed decision. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
And so good morning once again. Good morning, ma'am, sir. Good morning, Doc. So by the way, my name is Marlon Tanis. So I'll be the one going to discuss the challenges in conducting a research. All right. So in doing a research is an essential part of academic and especially at the master's level. So it helps us explore new ideas, solve problems, and contribute to our field. But let's be honest, research isn't easy. And there are a lot of hurdles along the way that can show you down or even make you want to give up. So in this report, I'll walk through some of the most common challenges or key points of the excuse me, of the researchers face, especially students like us who are still developing our skills. So number one, meron tayo dyan yung choosing a research topic. So finding the right topic is usually the first big challenge. So some topics feel too broad, while others are too specific or lack enough information to build on. So sometimes, even if you find something interesting, it might not be a double given the time. So resources, even the scope and the program. So the goal is to find a topic that's relevant to or researchable and aligned with your field. But getting there takes time and effort. So we all know naman that in our class, so we have different industries and fields. So we must find or collaborate with each other with someone who is really somehow a little bit aligned with your field. So the next one is yung reviewing related literature. So once you have your topic, the next step is to dive into existing studies. So we need to do a lot of research pa. So that's why it's research in Tagalog. So nananaliksik. So it didn't end on the part that we just make a research or a study, but we still have to find a related literature or related study regarding on the research we have. So this can be overwhelming somehow, and there's a ton of information out there, and not all of it is actually useful or credible. It's also hard to know if you read enough, plus connecting the literature to your study in meaningful way takes practical and critical thinking. So number three is yung formulating a research question and hypothesis. So on this part, it's actually trickier than it sounds. So our research questions need to be clear, focused, and answerable by the respondents or our participants. So if they're too vague, you'll end up with a messy study. If they're too narrow naman, your work might not have enough depth or balancing all that while making sure your questions actually fit your methodology. So it's a skill that takes time to learn. So the next one is yung methodological issues. So there's actually no one size fits all method in research. So whether you go up for a qualitative or a quantitative or mixed method means qualitative, half of the research is qualitative and the other one is quantitative. So you need to justify your choice, especially actually before when I had my research then actually hard time because the method that I've used is mixed method. So I need to really give justice. Why is it a mixed method? So ang nakita ko naman na pinakamadali is yung qualitative. But somehow, yun nga, we need to justify yung mga choices natin regarding on the method that we're going to be using when it comes to start the study. So To measure things correctly can be confusing, especially if you're not familiar with research designs or data analysis techniques. Number five, yung data collection challenges. So in data collection, medyo nakaka-stress siya, lalo na pag quantitative because you need a lot of participants to do the survey. People don't respond to surveys or don't want to be interviewed, ganon. So other times, it's hard to get permission or access to certain groups. On top of that, you have to make sure everything is ethical and the participants give their full consent. So before going to a survey, you should have a consent if they still want to answer the survey, especially in the research, no, we still need to ask for consent from the respondents, or in the participants. So then the numbers, yung next is yung analyzing the data or the data analysis. So whether it's confronting numbers or interpreting interviews, so data analysis is where a lot of students get stuck. So we need to know the right tools or software like yung nabanggit ni Doc before, yung NVivo or yung SPSS. So I think the most used one is yung NVivo. And even then, it's easy to make mistakes. You have to be extra careful to draw accurate conclusions based on our findings. So next one is yung time management, or we need managing our time. So it takes time and balancing it with work, classes, like us, especially now. So we are all working, no? And we have our personal life then. So sometimes hindi na tayo nakakapag-socialize. Yung personal life can be hard. So procrastination or underestimating how long something will take can cause unnecessary stress and delay. So planning ahead helps. So we need to plan ahead of time, but sticking to a timeline is easier said than done. So number 8, yung funding and resources. So this is actually really hits hard because we all know that research is really that magastos. So sometimes you don't have access to everything you need, like certain journals, equipment, or even basic research tools. And if our study needs funding, we need to find a financial support that can help us. So these limitations can affect what kind of research you're able to do. So number 9 is collaboration and teamwork, or yung working with a group. So if you're doing actually a group research like we have now, so we are 3 age groups, we probably experience disagreements or uneven workloads kasi hindi siya balance. So sometimes nagkakabilangan tayo ng ginagawa. Ganun. But not most of the time. So communication is the key, but it's not always easy, especially as we are all working, so we have our different jobs. Ganun. So number one talaga is in communication. So sometimes we won't be able to communicate with our teammates or group mates. That's why the study gets tough. So everyone has different ideas then in schedules. So and if roles aren't clear, things get chaotic fast. So the last one is the writing and publication. So on this part is actually the last part, which is finishing the paper. When putting everything into writing can feel like a mountain to climb. So it's hard to organize all our ideas and make sure our arguments are strong and meet academic standards. And if our plan to publish our works, we have also to deal with peer reviews, revisions, and sometimes even rejection. So to conclude this topic, um, research isn't just about collecting data and writing papers. So it's a journey filled with learning curves, trial and error, and personal growth. The good news is every challenge is also an opportunity to improve our skills. So we as a students, we are all learning, and by being aware of these common struggles, we can be better prepare ourselves to face them ahead of time. So it is important that to remember also that challenges in research are normal, and even experienced researchers face difficulties. Whether it's narrowing down a topic, handling data, or getting published, what matters is how we respond, staying organized, asking for help when needed, especially. And being open to feedback can go a long way in overcoming these hurdles. At the same time, research teaches us more than just academic knowledge. It builds resilience, sharpens our thinking, and it strengthens our ability to solve problem skills that are valuable beyond the classroom. Every obstacles we encounter is part of the learning process, and it may be tough, No, so but it's also rewarding, especially when we finally see the results of our hard work. So soon after a year, maybe all of us finishes this MBA na. And in the end, while research is challenging, it's also one of the most fulfilling parts of graduate studies. With patient support and willingness to grow, we can turn these challenges into stepping stones for success, not only in our academic careers, but in our future professionals as well. So thank you po. Good morning once again.
Okay, thank you so much. No, another major challenge is the limited research skills and expertise, no, within the organization. Of course, in the academic institution, business medyo okay, no? But in business, may not have trained researchers on staff who can design sound methodologies, analyze data effectively, and interpret findings accurately. Because without proper skills, research can be flawed, no? Be biased or misaligned with business goals, leading to incorrect conclusions and wasted investment. Businesses also face the issue of access to reliable data. No? Gathering quality data can be difficult due to lack of infrastructure or poor data management or limited customer feedback mechanism. Some industries rely on proprietary or restricted information that may not be readily available. So when data is incomplete, inaccurate, or outdated, the value of research is significantly compromised. Confidentiality and competition also pose barriers. No? Businesses may hesitate to share research plans or finding externally due to fear of intellectual property, theft, or losing competitive advantage. No? This limit opportunities for peer review, no, collaboration, and benchmarking, which are essential to validate and enhance the quality of research outcomes. No? Aligning research with business objective is another critical challenge. No? Sometimes research efforts are disconnected from the company's strategic goals, resulting in irrelevant findings that do not translate into actionable insights. No? Ensuring that research questions are practical, outcome-driven, and aligned with real business problem is critical, but often overlooked. In a fast-changing markets, the phase of change itself can render research obsolete before it is implemented. For instance, no, consumer behavior and technology trends can shift rapidly, making longitudinal studies difficult to apply because businesses must therefore find a balance between rigorous research and timely execution to ensure relevance and impact. Ethical concern and bias also present challenges in business research. Companies must ensure that research involving customers, employees, or communities adhere to ethical standards, no? Including informed consent, Data Privacy Act, and unbiased reporting. Failing to, or data privacy alone, no? Failing to address these issues can lead to reputational damage and legal consequences. So, the lack of research culture in many businesses limit long-term innovation. So without leadership support or policies that promote inquiry and experimentation, research may not be prioritized or sustained. Because fostering a research-oriented mindset across department is essential for businesses that want to evolve and thrive in knowledge-based economy. Okay, so I think that's it.